In light of the recent discoveries or revelations of what's taking place in Egypt and the pyramids there, and the possible subterranean structures that have been discovered there, I thought I would bring you a bit of channeled information that was channeled in January of 2023 for our book, The Origin Story: Rediscovering Your Galactic Ancestry. It's the last chapter. It was channeled from the Builders and Constructors, and it talks specifically about the pyramids and what their design was and why they're here. And so what follows is that channeled bit of information. It's about 11 minutes long, but it is very detailed, and I hope you find it quite interesting and enjoyable.
So it is to understand, for your Earth planet and your Mars planet, they are the most sustainable for any human existence. Starting with your Mars planet and the structures that have been built upon it. Much have been destroyed through time, but those structures are there. Same here on your Earth planet, now that you exist here. Structures. Which structures do we speak about? It is these structures that have been in place for, as you would think, thousands of years, but they are much older than that. From the beginning points of this particular planet, they have been in place. Yes, your pyramid structures. There are subterranean pyramid structures. For the pyramid itself is, from an engineering standpoint, is one of the most efficient structures to sustain a particular vibrational frequency. For each one of its sides resonates together to create, you would understand, as a beam, a bringing together of vibrational points. So why is it the pyramids are those that are the structures that are most important? For it is not just the pyramid that lies above, but it is the pyramid that lies beneath. Equalization, balance. For what lies beneath each one of the pyramids that has existed here, and as well as on other planets, there is an equally sized pyramid that lies below. It does not take the same visual shape as your pyramids that lie above ground. But this is a mechanism, a piece of machinery. It is in place to begin the habitation process for particular planets. It is to understand these pyramid structures above and below. They are the beginning stages of this habitable experience. They have been built purposefully. We, as the builders, constructors, all forms of beings come together. Those that hold the knowledge, those that retain knowledge from the elders. We constructed all of the pyramids that are here on Mars, as well as all other planets, with one singular purpose: to harness the vortices of energies that are running through your galaxy. There are a number of different vertical and horizontal and dimensional planes that are open, always. Each one of them is a vortex of energy. And it is aligned to these particular vortexes of energy. Each one of the pyramids have an opening. They have an energetic opening that is aligned to these vortices. And allowing these portals to be open between your universe and these pyramids begins to harness and funnel these energies into your physical planet. The effect of all of the energy that is being brought in from your galaxy through the directed points of these pyramids is one to begin a resonation here amongst your physical planet, vibrating at a particular point, a particular frequency. It has been mentioned in other transmissions that this particular planet holds a specific frequency, and it does. It doesn't change. It amplifies, but it does not change. There is a spectrum that it operates within, all holding one firm frequency. And that particular frequency is one to sustain the human life. So as this energy is being funneled in and being directed into the center of this particular planet, the frequencies begin to resonate all throughout the planet. Each one of these pyramids laid specifically according to specific coordinates, and allowing this energy to be focused to the center. Just as a bell is struck and it provides a resonance for your ears, this planet is struck with all of its energy to begin to vibrate. It is necessary for the creation point. And in doing so, it is beginning to take a habitable form, welling up the creation fluids. Those fluids, you would understand them not as water, but they appear to be as water, but they are more of a space in which, just as your planets have been created out of nothing, begins to bring together life. Water comes much later in the process. Your drinkable, your sustainable water comes much further in the process. There is no atmosphere, there is no existence beyond what is taking place on the surface. It is the beginning stages of your existence. All the while, these energies are being funneled in, allowing the vibrations to continue. And over millions of years, these structures are sustaining a vibration for creation. Once there is this global presence of life, albeit extremely small, it is now time for your atmosphere to take shape. The pyramids themselves begin to emit those life-giving fluids out around your planet. For you understand your pyramids as they are now, and you understand there are multiple chambers within the pyramids. You understand them of having multiple channels and different passageways, different chambers. For you see those chambers are purposeful. They help create a resonance. They help create a sound. A sound that is of creation. For this too has been brought forward in previous transmissions. From once this process of this galaxy to be brought here now in place, it began with sound. The sound of creation. This is a purposeful sound. Each one of the pyramids creates this resonance, this sound of creation. It is emitted out into what is now your atmosphere, out into the air that surrounds your planet, the space above the ground. And it begins to create a sustainable atmosphere for the humans then to take shape. And it is this to understand that through time, these pyramids have been activated and have been online. They are purposefully built. Once they are built and operational, they are set in place. There's no need for us to be in place. We then depart, but we leave them active. They are then activated for periods of time until which the humans are sustainable. The first level of humans are sustainable. The first generation of humans are sustainable. All the while, this creation sound is being broadcast around your planet. It is not uncomfortable. It is soothing, but it is always present. Now this is within your atmosphere, your breathable air. Your water is then brought in. There is water that is brought in from other areas of your galaxy. Yes, you understand that your planet has taken on and sustained much damage from objects throughout your galaxy, and yes, that is part of the process. Your galaxy is a very turbulent galaxy. And yes, it does, on occasion, bring in destructive forces. But in those destructive forces also comes other life-giving aspects for your planet. Your planet is the only planet that can absorb and then rebirth a useful product from the catastrophic events that take place from objects that enter into your planetary system. This planet, the human planet, the Earth planet, has been purposefully designed that way. Mars was not designed specifically to incur those types of damages. This is why this is the sustainable planet.